With the trade deadline now in the rearview mirror, our Portland Trailblazers can now focus on the second half, or really the final third of the year, as they potentially push for one of those play-in spots in the Western Conference. We've made it to the All-Star break. We're going to cover some of the All-Star weekend festivities, and we're also going to look at Damian Lillard's return to Portland. So during the trade deadline, we were quite active. We made some pretty big moves, including a 3-team deal with the Nets and the Hornets that sent away Yusuf Nurkic and Jabari Walker. In exchange, we got Ben Simmons and a first-round pick next year. It's a swap worst pick with either the Nets or the Rockets, who are currently the two worst teams in the league. We gotta hope both of them are still bad next year, and then we will get the lesser of their first-round selections. Along with that, Ben Simmons is a really interesting addition in his own right, the former number 1 overall pick. We then traded Kelly Olynyk and Matisse Thybulle in exchange for Charles Bassey, Patty Mills, and 2 second-round picks. We had some big moves around the league with Pascal Siakam going to Atlanta, OG Anunoby to Indiana, while Toronto got AJ Griffin, Andrew Nembhard, and 5 first-round picks. And then Nick Claxton going to the Grizzlies is also a big deal. The front court with him and Jaren Jackson will far and away be the best defensive duo in the NBA. So now this is what the roster looks like going into the final stretch of the year, losing Yusuf Nurkic and Kelly Olynyk, acquiring Ben Simmons and Charles Bassey. So before we get into the final stretch of the year, I want to talk about All-Star Weekend first. We got some guys participating in the festivities, so I want to give those guys their flowers. We'll start with All-Star Friday night, which has the Rising Stars Challenge. This is a look at Team USA. Our only representative here was Ochai Agbaji. No Scoot Henderson, which is really odd to me, yet they included Vasilej Micic, who's not even American. As for Team World, Shaedon Sharpe at the top of the list. He's joined by Nikola Jovic and Rayan Rupert. I did not have Rayan Rupert playing in the Rising Stars game, but Scoot Henderson not playing in it on my Trailblazers bingo card, but here we are. Team World is on the left, Team USA is on the right as we simcast, and it looks like Team USA will get the job done by 6. Brandon Miller leads the way with 23. Ironic because the Hornets picked him over Scoot. Ochai Agbaji only played 9 minutes and he only had 2 points. As for Team World, Wembanyama leads the way. Shaedon Sharpe with 13, albeit on horrible shooting. Nikola Jovic and Rayan Rupert, though, combined for 17 points on 6 of 7 shooting. So now that'll bring us into All-Star Saturday night, and this is the area that I'm most excited about with our team, because we've got multiple players participating in the dunk contest. We don't have anybody in the three-point contest, unfortunately. We do have former Trailblazer Damian Lillard at the top of the list. I would say the other notable thing here is that Devin Booker is shooting over 50% from deep. But look at the dunk contest roster. We've got some familiar faces. Zion Williamson, Shaedon Sharpe, Ausar Thompson, and Scoot Henderson. So we've got 2 of our 4 guys in the dunk contest. Scoot has been banged up since the change of the calendar year, but he is healthy, and we're going to give him the green light to participate. So we've got 2 of our guys in the dunk contest, and we will be using both of them. Since it's the dunk contest and it's not overly serious, we don't have to pick sides. We're just going to use both players. Zion Williamson will go first. He finally agrees to participate in the dunk contest, and he starts off pretty strong as he does a little 360 lefty windmill. I dig it. There's not a whole ton of creativity you can do in 2K dunk contests, so honestly, I think this one's pretty good. He only gets a 34, though. These judges are not playing around, clearly, which I don't hate. As long as they're consistent, I don't mind the lower scores. It means you've got to really dig into your bag to do something good. Here's Shaedon Sharpe. Oh, my! He can jump awfully high. Shaedon Sharpe's head had to have gone above the rim there. This guy can literally jump out at the gym. He does a very unconventional windmill in the sense that he brings his arm over his head. Now, he only gets a 35. Again, a very low score, but clearly these judges are going to be consistent, if nothing else, so I don't think the low scores are really going to be a problem. Ausar Thompson, the rookie from the Detroit Pistons, is up. I know both Thompson twins were considered for the dunk contest. Would have been fun to have both of them. As Ausar Thompson does something pretty cool. I don't think that was as good as either of the first 2 dunks. But, I mean, that's not horrible. It looks like he does a 360 double clutch. Yeah, that's not bad, but I don't think it's as good as the first 2. Now, the judges disagree. They give him a 39, which is the highest score yet. I don't think I can get behind that one. So Scoot Henderson will wrap things up here in the first round. I'm curious to see if he looks a little bit less explosive since he's been hurt, as he's going to charge to the basket. Ooh, good dunk by Scoot Henderson to finish it off, and he's showing off the dance moves as well. Let's take a look at the replay as he sends the ball through his legs, and he was charging at that rim like he was a running back. My goodness, look at this camera angle. An absolute beaut from the rookie, Scoot Henderson, who gets the highest score of round one with a 42. Honestly, I thought Shaedon Sharpe's dunk was better than his, but what can you do? At least we have a Blazer on top. One round down, one to go. In 2K, there's only 2 rounds for the dunk contest. There's no, final round or anything. This is it. Everybody has one more dunk, so this is your final opportunity to show what you can do. We'll start with Zion Williamson. Let's see what the big fella has planned here as Zion sends it in. Okay, not bad. I don't know who convinced Zion to finally participate in the dugout. I don't know what the female situation is like in Indiana. I didn't know the Indiana ladies got down like that, but as we know, that's clearly what Zion's into. He's going to come to the dunk contest, and that's not the only thing he's going to come to tonight, as he gets a 44. So that'll bring up Shaedon Sharpe, who needs a 43 to tie and a 44 to pass Zion. That's a big mark to beat, and I think there's a chance he might have just breaking it. Breaking is not a word, but we'll roll with it. So Shaedon Sharpe sends it up, and he sends the ball under his legs. That might be the best dunk we've had of the night so far. Holy moly. So again, Sharpe needs a 43 to tie and a 44 to take the lead, and sure enough, he gets exactly a 44. So with that, Shaedon Sharpe will finish 1 point higher than Zion Williamson. That'll bring up Asar Thompson. The mark is a 40 to tie Sharpe and a 41 to take the lead. He scored a 39 in the last round, so we'll see if Asar can do it. Let's see what he can do. Really? That's it? I think I've seen him do that in game before. Are you kidding me? This is a dunk contest. This brings me back to the time in the Sonics series a couple years ago where the dunks were so bad that I literally recreated them myself. Now, I don't have an accessible hoop that I can move down to 7 foot at the moment, so I'm not going to recreate it, but still, I could have easily done that. He gets a 32. Deserved. That was horrible. Asar, you're my guy, but that was disgusting. So that means a Trailblazer will win the dunk contest. Could it be Shaedon Sharpe, or will it be Scoot Henderson? Sharpe has a 79, so Scoot's going to need a 38 for the win. And I don't know, I feel like that dunk was kind of boring. He just tried to play it safe and go for the windmill. I feel like he could have been a little bit more creative than that. I don't know, I feel like Shaedon Sharpe's dunks overall were better than Scoot's. He did go with the left hand, which is impressive. That's not his dominant hand. Let's see what the final score is, and oh my goodness, okay, take your win, Scoot. He gets a 48. I feel like that was one of the lesser dunks of the day, yet it gets the highest score. So Shaedon Sharpe loses the dunk contest here to Scoot Henderson, who wins it pretty convincingly with the score of 90. I thought Sharpe should have won personally, but that's just me. I'm just happy that one of our guys won it nonetheless. So that'll bring us into the All-Star game. Now, obviously, as you can imagine, we do not have anybody in the All-Star game. Damian Lillard has his own team. He has Giannis on his team, fittingly. There aren't many surprise All-Stars, maybe Nikola Vucevic, but Zach LaVine's out for the year with a patella injury, so Vuce is getting more touches. Anthony Simons is healthy. That's cool, I guess. So Team Jokic is on the left, Team Lillard is on the right, and Team Jokic is blowing the doors off of them. And Team Jokic will win convincingly 139-116. Giannis leads the way for Team Lillard. Again, ironic. They shot 7 of 36 from 3. As for Team Jokic, it was Trae Young with 24 and 11. I think it's pretty fair to say Trae Young is definitely your All-Star MVP. Nobody other than Trae Young made more than 1 3, and he had 5. And he was efficient in the process while leading the game in points and assists. Shout out to Trae Young leading Team Jokic to the win. And so that'll bring us into the second half of the year. We've got a 23-31 record at the moment. We have 28 games left on the schedule, including Damian Lillard's return to Portland. This is what our lineup is going to be for right now, fully healthy. The question is, how long will the team stay fully healthy? Because that's been an issue over the last couple of months as we try to compete for that play-in spot. We're only 1 game behind 10th place, so we're going to simulate here the first 2 games after the break at home against the Nuggets and the Hornets. So we have to make a roster move first. We don't have enough players on the team. So I'm going to sign Neemias Queta. He's a solid back-to-the-basket big who can play decent defense. I'm not really sure if he's ever going to play, but he gives us more depth. So our fully healthy team lasts a whopping 2 games. Ochai Agbaji bruises his heel. Shaedon Sharpe returns to the starting lineup as we split the 2 games. As expected, we lose to the Nuggets. We took them to double overtime, though. Remember the last time we played Denver, that game also went into overtime. So we're continuing to play the defending champs tough. Nikola Jokic did his thing despite a great game from Scoot Henderson, who also played really well in the game against Charlotte that we won by almost 50 points. So that'll bring us into this matchup here against the Miami Heat, and obviously it's significant because it's Damian Lillard's first game back in Portland. So how has Dame's season gone in Miami? Well, the answer is pretty good. The Heat are currently the 2 seed. They have far and away the best point differential in the East. It's also the best in the NBA, and that's because Damian Lillard has been arguably the best player in the league. He's averaging 38.5 points on absurd efficiency. He was the MVP frontrunner for most of the year, but has been recently passed up by Joel Embiid. Damian Lillard has looked unreal for Miami this season, and it kind of begs the question, did the Blazers get enough in return for Lillard? It's going to be an emotional return here to Portland. Lillard has obviously been with the Blazers for 11 years. He unsurprisingly received a loud standing ovation as he was introduced, and deservedly so. Damian Lillard has done so many good things for this organization, and it is cool to see him performing well in Miami, while the pieces that we've gotten back, Ochai Agbaji, Jordan Clarkson, and the draft picks all look pretty solid themselves. So let's hop into this matchup here. Damian Lillard's return to Portland should be a tough one for the Blazers against one of the best teams in the Eastern Conference. Bam and Ben Simmons meet for the tip-off. It goes to Bam in Miami, and we are underway. Welcome back to Portland. Damian Lillard, who starts inside over to Bam Adebayo, who misses, grabs his own board, and throws it down on Ben Simmons. Nice slam for Big Bam. Scoot Henderson looking to attack Damian Lillard early. He sends it over to Shaedon Sharpe. Lawn 2, no good. Scoot looking to grab the rebound, and he corrals it in and gets the putback. Second chance points for the rookie, Scoot Henderson. Tied at 2. Here's Scoot again attacking Lillard. Fools him on the pump fake. The Blazers are attacking Damian Lillard defensively here in the first couple possessions, and it's working. Here's Shaedon Sharpe with it. He loses it, gets it back, hands it off to Jeremy Grant, who finds Anthony Simons wide open for 3. Good ball movement, good off-ball cutting as well by the Blazers. Speaking of nice off-ball cuts, Jimmy Butler to the basket with the slam. 6-9, nice. Here's Josh Richardson inside for Bam Adebayo. He's in for the and 1. Ben Simmons called for the foul. So Miami ties it up. Here's Scoot looking to cross over Lillard. He sends it to Simmons. Simmons blows by Kevin Love, and Ben Simmons is in for the slam, his first points of the game. Jeremy Grant brings it up over to Simons. Simons back to Ben! A powerful dunk for Ben Simmons, who's off to a strong start offensively today. Grant over to Simmons. Shot inside, no good. Grant with the offensive rebound. He's having trouble with it. Keeps it. Grant gets the layup, and he draws the foul. It's an and 1 for Jeremy Grant. Kevin Love called for the foul. Here's Lillard for 3, no good. Lillard 0 for 3 from deep to start the game, but Bam Adebayo's there for the putback dunk. 13-16 now. Lillard, pull-up 3 at the top of the key is good. Damian Lillard finally on the board after missing his first 3 from beyond the arc. Butler to Lillard in the corner, and he's starting to make some shots. The Heat go on a nice run, and Portland calls a timeout looking to respond. Here's Grant open in the corner. He hits the 3 off the assist from Ben Simmons. 21-19 now. Both offenses continuing to play well. Nice pass by Dame over to Bam Adebayo for the layup, and the lead is to 4. Scoot Henderson, pull-up jumper. Off the mark. Grant with the offensive rebound, and he gets the putback. The Blazers are looking great on the offensive glass. They already have 3 offensive rebounds and have scored off all of them. Here's Anthony Simons running circles around Josh Richardson to tie it up. Heat back ahead. Here comes Shaedon Sharpe now, guarded by Julian Champagne. He gets it to Ben Simmons with another dunk. Simmons may not really be able to score outside of the paint, but you're not stopping him when he is in full steam. Julian Champagne with the jumper. That'll put Miami back ahead, 31-29. Charles Bassey, the big man, sends it over to Simons at the top of the key. And Anthony Simons drills the three. That'll put the Trailblazers ahead, 32-31. Final seconds of the first quarter. It's in the hands of Lillard, guarded by Clarkson. Lillard for the lead. It's good. Damian Lillard puts Miami up 34-32. And now the Blazers are going to get one more shot. It's Anthony Simons with it. Simons for the lead. It is no good. Very high-scoring first quarter, though. Both offenses look really, really strong. Lillard's missed a lot of shots, but that has not stopped Miami from scoring at a high and efficient level. Clarkson with the layup. That'll make it a 2-point game, 36-34. Jordan Clarkson back with it. He sends himself inside, guarded by Lillard, as the Trailblazers continue to attack Damian Lillard on the defensive end of the floor, and it continues to work. Chris Murray, the rookie out of Iowa, posts up on Damian Lillard. He takes advantage of the size mismatch. I think Dame has probably allowed more points than he scored at this point. 36-38, Portland on a nice run. Simons, step back three is good. Anthony Simons knocks down the triple. 41-36. Here's Clarkson with it, guarded by Lillard. Nice move by Jordan Clarkson. And the Trailblazers are on fire. They are attacking Lillard at will. 36-43. Here's Josh Richardson on the move. Big shot for Miami off of the timeout. They knew they had to get the ball back in the bucket. Richardson with it. He has an open man in the corner. It's Haywood Highsmith who ties it for the Miami Heat. The Heat went on a 7-0 run off of the timeout. Ben Simmons now flies inside for the dunk, making it look easy. Nice play for Ben Simmons. 8 points, 4 field goals. All 4 are off of dunks. Lillard ties it at the top of the key, knocking down the three. Lillard now starting to get some shots to fall in. He misses that one. Adebayo with the offensive rebound over to Josh Richardson, or should I say Josh Swisherson. If you've been around for a while, and when I say a while, I mean a long while, you'll get the reference. Scoot over to Ben Simmons. Nice play. Simmons now with 12. That's a team high. 51-50. Miami leads by a point. Josh Richardson hands it off to Dame. Off the move. It's good. Damian Lillard's ability to shoot the ball off structure is what makes him so impressive. He can hit the open three, but he can hit every type of three, whether it's off the screen, whether it's 10 feet beyond the line, as he hits it off the screen. I don't know if you saw Scoot Henderson had the little injury badge. He twisted his ankle, it looks like. He's going to stay in the game, but that's not ideal. There's Miami's favorite BBL, Big Booty Lowry, to put the Heat up by 10. It's been a big second quarter for Miami. The Blazers need to respond, and, well, that's how you do it. Jeremy Grant hits the three. 9-point lead. Butler loses it. It's stripped away by Ben Simmons. Simmons over to Shaedon Sharpe, who's open for three, and the Trailblazers bring you within 6. Good shot by Sharpe. Final seconds of the quarter now. Sharpe back with it. Looking for the screen. He'll get it. Sharpe has to heave it up at the buzzer. It is no good. Very competitive first half. Miami leads 62-56. The Blazers really slowed down there on both ends of the floor at the end of the first half. Damian Lillard leads the way with 20. I feel like he's been pretty inefficient so far, at least for his standards, but he's still on pace for 40, still getting the job done. So Scoot Henderson will continue to play despite the minor ankle injury as he hits the jumper. Scoot was pretty inefficient in the first half, certainly a little worried that the ankle injury is not going to help his case. Lillard for three off the screen again. Lillard is really starting to play well after a slow-ish start. 66-58. Nice move by Scoot Henderson. In for the dunk. He's still got that quickness and burst despite the injury. Jimmy Butler guarded by Sharpe. Jimmy misses, gets his own rebound, and gets the putback. The Jimmy Butler-Shaedon Sharpe matchup has been interesting because neither of them have been able to get anything going offensively. Simons over to Jeremy Grant again. Jeremy Grant continues to be such a good catch-and-shoot threat for the Blazers. 72-63. Scoot stuffed at the rim. Bam Adebayo says, "Get that out of here." The Blazers will still get the ball. Ben Simmons on the baseline sends it to Simons for three. It's good. Simons hits the three off the inbound. It's a 6-point game. Scoot to Jeremy Grant. In for the dunk, and the Blazers offense is really starting to get back into a rhythm. 72-68. Here's Damian Lillard. Nice pass over to Kevin Love. The old man still has a little bit left in the tank as he drills the three. 7-point game. Grant guarded by Lillard. This, my friends, is a mismatch. And Jeremy Grant, Damian Lillard's good friend, will take advantage. Ben Simmons now with a double-double. Takes it the other end of the floor, and it will rattle in for an and one. Good job by Ben Simmons to get it to fall. He would miss the free throw. Shocking, I know. 2-point game. Clarkson inside for the tie. Jordan Clarkson a perfect 5 of 5 from the field as it's a 2-point game. Scoot Henderson's pass is tipped and intercepted by Jimmy Butler. Butler on the other end of the floor sends it in the corner. Once again, BBL, Kyle Lowry hits the triple. The Heat back up by 5 with around 2 minutes to go in the third. Scoot Henderson off the pick and roll, takes it himself. Good job. In contact to get the layup. 84-79, Ben Simmons with it in the corner for Scoot Henderson. Scoot looks for the screen from Simmons. He'll get it, and Scoot takes it to the rack, and he throws it down. 84-81 now. Henderson looking for somebody to get open. Waits for the pick and roll. Jeremy Grant cannot successfully complete the lob. Here comes Miami on the other end. Josh Richardson from half court nearly gets a default, but he does not. Overall, I would say that was a pretty good quarter by the Trailblazers. They cut the lead in half from 6 to 3. Let's see what they can do here in the fourth and final quarter. That's a good start. Jeremy Grant with the layup. We are within 1. Now we're tied. 84-84. Richardson for the lead. Good response by Josh Richardson. The Heat bench fired up, or at least somebody was fired up. Maybe not the whole team. Jordan Clarkson lobs it up for the big man, Charles Bassey. Western Kentucky Hilltopper throws it down. 89-86. Here's Jeremy Grant. Thinks about the shot. Won't take it. Then he will take it, and we are tied. Grant takes advantage of the size mismatch being guarded by Dame, who is significantly shorter. Richardson for the lead. It's good. The Heat are not going to let the Trailblazers take this lead. 91-90. Here comes Shaedon Sharpe in the corner. Fear Nasir. Little finally on the board. That three puts the Blazers ahead 93-91 with a little over 6 to go. Their first lead of the second half. Lillard quickly ties it. We're knotted up at 93. Murray over to Simons. Simons guarded by Kyle Lowry. Lowry's like 40 years old. Simons is going to cook him as he's in for the layup. 93-95. Here's Lillard guarded by Shaedon Sharpe, who's played excellent defense all night. But when you give Lillard just a quick second of separation, he'll take advantage, and we're tied again. 97-97 now. Sharpe in the corner. Nasir Little knocks down another one. Nasir Little's got a great ability as a shooter off the catch as he shows it there. Lillard no good at the rim. Nice defense by Shaedon Sharpe. Sharpe brings it the length of the floor in the corner for Simons, who knocks it down. The Blazers are catching fire from 3 down the stretch. They're up by 6. Great display of passing by Sharpe. Nice pass there by Simons over to Scoot Henderson for the layup. And Portland is starting to run away with it. 8-point game with 2 minutes to go. Miami's still not out of it, though, as Jimmy Butler hits the step-back jumper. 107-101. Can the Trailblazers hold on for the win? Lillard for 3. It's good. Big shot. What time is it? It's Dame time. The Heat back within 3. Simmons loses it. The Blazers get it back, though. Jeremy Grant. He does the Ben Simmons. He had a wide-open dunk, but instead he passes it out. On the other end, Richardson with the slam. We are within 1. What a boneheaded play by Jeremy Grant. So Portland's still up by 1. Simmons guarded by Lillard. That's a mismatch, and Ben Simmons capitalizes with the size advantage. Lillard inside. It's good. We are quickly within 1 once again. Lillard appears to be pretty fired up. 109-108 with a little over a minute to go. Nice move by Anthony Simons. Simons in the corner for Henderson. Henderson gets it to Simmons. Is Ben Simmons being doubled? Grant was open for a second, but the Heat quickly get him back. Simmons now draws the foul. Oh, dear God. Ben Simmons free throws in the clutch. Sure enough, he would miss both. The lead stays at 1, and Miami has the ball. It's in the hands of Jimmy Buckets. Butler inside. Bullies Ben Simmons for the lead. It's ironic because I don't think those guys really liked each other when they were teammates in Philadelphia. Simmons drives inside for the lead. The Blazers trust Ben Simmons with the ball in these late-game situations. So Portland's back up by 1. Butler for the lead. No good. Simmons with the rebound. He gets it to Henderson, who would eventually be fouled. Now, Scoot Henderson has not shot particularly well from the line tonight, but he's going to make them both. Clutch free throw shooting by the rookie as it's a 3-point game. We'll see if Miami can tie it. Jimmy Butler with it. The Heat also could go for a 2 as Bam Adebayo gets the layup. We are within 1. Not a bad possession for Miami. And the ball again goes to Scoot Henderson, who's fouled by Lillard. Henderson's first at the line is no good. It'll rattle out. So no matter what, the lead will be within 2 as Miami gets the ball. Second one for Scoot is good. And from there, Miami's going to have to run a possession. They don't have the timeout, so this is it. Damian Lillard lives for these end-of-game situations, but he passes it to Butler for the tie. He misses the layup, and the Trailblazers win it. Oh my goodness, what an ending. First of all, I'm surprised Damian Lillard is not the one who took the shot. I mean, who else is known for their buzzer beaters in the NBA than Damian Lillard? And then secondly, Jimmy Butler misses a really good look to end the game. How did he miss that? I don't know. 25 for Grant, 20 and 14 for Ben. Scoot was resilient with his injury, 19 points, albeit inefficient. Simons with 19 as well. The team shot the ball very poorly in the first half, but in the fourth quarter, we really shot the 3-ball well. Shaedon Sharpe only 5 points, but he also had 6 assists. He was really good as a playmaker. As for the Heat, Damian Lillard with 34 and 9, a usual day in the offense for Dame. Now, I will say he wasn't the most efficient, 12 of 29 from the field, 8 of 20 from 3. Now, in a vacuum, 40% from 3 is not bad at all, but that is below Lillard's shooting on the year. I thought we played good enough defense on him today. I think the big reason why we won is we dominated inside. Points in the paint, offensive rebounds was us easily. Ben Simmons, and to a lesser extent, Charles Bassey, really won us this game. So we're going to simulate through the next week. We played the Grizzlies twice on the road, then Minnesota on the road, our first road games in like a month, and then we have OKC at home. We're now tied with the Jazz for the 10th seed in the Western Conference. As for Scoot Henderson, I really don't like playing guys through injury if I don't have to, but we are now all the way in on a play-in race, and he's going to play through injury. We've made it to the contract extension deadline, and the interesting thing about this team is everybody's locked up for a while. Now, Patty Mills and Neemias Queta are free agents, but those guys don't play. They're end-of-the-roster guys. So Ochai Agbaji returns from his injury after a couple games, and now the roster is fully healthy again. I'm going to keep Shaedon Sharpe in the lineup for now. He has finally started to do better as a starter. Now, unfortunately, we went 1-3 in the games we simmed with a lot of close games. 3-point win against the Grizzlies, 4-point loss against Minnesota, 3-point loss against OKC. Very, very close results, bringing us to a record of 26-35 with a little bit over a month left to go in the season. We are the 12th seed, but we're still tied for 11 with Minnesota, who's won 8 in a row, and we're still only one back of the 10 seed. So that'll wrap up the episode. I think next time around we're going to do a prospect profile. I'm planning on having 2 more episodes for the regular season, and then from there we'll get to either the postseason, if we make it, which is possible, or we will start the offseason. Hope everybody enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.